You've been studying English for months, maybe even years. You watch videos, you read grammar books, you do exercises, and still, when someone speaks to you in English, you freeze. Your mouth just stops. Sound familiar? What if I told you it's not your English that's the problem? It's actually something you're doing every single day while you study. A mistake. Actually, not just one, several mistakes. And nobody's telling you about them until now.
Welcome back. What a genuinely lovely thing it is to see you here again. Whether this is your first time or you've been with us for a while, we're really glad you showed up today. You're listening to Easy English Space, the place where English learning actually feels like a real conversation between friends. I'm Henry.
And I'm Julia. And oh my goodness, today's topic, I'm a little excited about this one because we're talking about the mistakes that are secretly slowing down your English speaking. And I say secretly because most people have no idea they're making them, like zero idea.
Yeah, and that's actually the most important part. It's not that these are obvious mistakes, it's that they feel completely normal. They feel like the right thing to do. And that's exactly why they're so dangerous for your progress.
Okay, so before we jump in, I have a question for you. And I want you to think about this honestly. When you study English, what do you spend most of your time doing? Is it grammar exercises? Is it watching videos? Is it memorizing vocabulary lists? Think about it. And then tell us in the comments, because we genuinely want to know, because the answer might already tell us which mistake you're making.
I like that question, because the answer is different for almost everyone. And yet, somehow, so many people end up with the same problem. They study a lot, and they still can't speak freely.
It's such a frustrating feeling. And I don't want to just tell you what the mistakes are. I want you to really feel them, like recognize them in yourself. Because that recognition, that's the moment things start to change.
So let's talk about mistake number 1. And this one, I think, is the biggest one. The one that affects almost every beginner. It's this: studying English without speaking English.
Yes. Oh, yes. This is the one. This is the big one.
So here's what happens. A beginner starts learning English. They buy a grammar book, they watch YouTube videos, they maybe even take an online course. They're learning a lot, they're doing a lot, but they're not speaking. Every day passes and not a single English sentence comes out of their mouth. And then one day, someone asks them something in English, and they just go blank.
It's like, imagine you want to learn how to swim, but instead of getting in the water, you just read books about swimming. You study swimming techniques. You watch swimming videos. You know everything about swimming, and then someone throws you in the pool, and you sink. Because knowing about swimming and actually swimming are completely different things.
That's actually a perfect way to explain it. Speaking is a physical skill, not just a mental one. Your mouth, your tongue, your breathing, it all needs practice. And the only way to practice it is to actually do it, out loud, even badly, even alone.
And here's the thing, a lot of people don't speak because they're waiting. They're waiting until their English is good enough, until they feel ready. But that feeling of ready, it never comes, not without practice. You don't get ready and then speak. You speak and then get ready. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And this is actually really important, so I want you to say something with us right now. Ready? Say this out loud, wherever you are. I learn to speak by speaking. Say it. I learn to speak by speaking. One more time, a little louder, because that sentence is the truth, and you need to hear yourself say it.
I love when we do that. Okay, so practical fix for mistake number 1. Starting today, every day, speak English out loud for at least 5 minutes. Just 5 minutes. It can be alone. You can talk to yourself. Describe your room. tell yourself about your day, answer imaginary questions. It doesn't matter what you say. What matters is that your mouth is moving, making English sounds, building the habit.
And if you want to try right now, here's a tiny task. After this episode, just say this sentence out loud. Today, I decided to speak more English. That's it. One sentence, spoken, out loud. You just broke the silence. Mistake number 2. And this one is going to be a little uncomfortable for some people. Are you ready?
I'm a little nervous, and I'm the one telling them. Go ahead.
Haha, okay. Mistake number 2 is translating in your head before you speak.
Oh, yeah, that one hurts a little.
So, here's what this looks like in real life. Someone asks you a question in English, and in your head, very quickly, you think of the answer in your first language. Then you translate it word by word into English. Then you try to say it. And by the time you've done all that, the moment's gone. The conversation moved on, and you feel slow and embarrassed and frustrated.
And the problem isn't your English level. The problem is the translation step, that extra step in the middle. It eats time, it breaks your flow. And the more you do it, the more your brain expects to do it. It becomes a habit, a slow, exhausting habit.
And you know what's interesting? Little kids don't do this. When a child learns a language, they don't translate. They just absorb. They hear a word, they connect it to a feeling or a thing or an action directly, no translation layer in between.
Yeah, and that's actually what we want to aim for as adult learners too. Not translating, thinking in English. And I know that sounds big. I know it sounds like, okay, Henry, sure. How exactly do I do that? But it starts small. It really does.
So here's the fix. When you learn a new word, don't just memorize the translation. Connect it to an image, to a feeling, to a situation. If the word is excited, don't think about the word in your language. Think about the feeling, that jumping, warm, happy, buzzing feeling in your chest. That's excited. And next time you feel that, the English word is already there.
And in conversations, try to respond with the English you already have. Don't wait for the perfect sentence. Use simple words, short sentences. Get the idea out first. Polish it later. Most real conversations don't need perfect sentences, they just need communication.
And hey, quick question for you. When you think in your head about your daily life, what language do you think in? Is it always your first language, or sometimes do English words pop in? Tell us in the comments, because some of you might be closer to thinking in English than you realize.
Mistake number 3. And this one I think is very common for intermediate learners as well, not just beginners. Mistake number 3 is focusing too much on grammar before you can speak.
Oh, I have a feeling I know which one this is.
Mistake number 3 is focusing too much on grammar before you can speak.
Called it. Yes, 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 yes.
So look, grammar is important. I'm not saying grammar doesn't matter, but here's what most beginners do. They spend months, sometimes years, trying to perfect their grammar before they feel comfortable speaking. And during all that time, they're not speaking. They're just waiting, studying rules, memorizing structures.
And the irony is that when you finally do speak, you forget the grammar rules anyway. Because in a real conversation, you don't have time to think, okay, this is present perfect, so I need to use have plus past participle. Your brain doesn't work like that in real time. Real speaking comes from habits, from patterns you've heard and used so many times that they just come out naturally.
Exactly. Grammar rules are helpful for understanding why something is correct, but speaking fluency comes from repetition and exposure, not from memorizing rules. It's like learning to drive a car. When you first drive, you think about every single thing. Hands at 10 and 2, check mirror, signal, brake slowly, and it's exhausting. But after driving for a year, you don't think about any of those things. You just drive, because the actions became automatic.
Oh, I love that analogy, and it's so true. Speaking English fluently feels exactly like that. At first, it's slow and conscious and exhausting. And then, one day, you stop thinking and you just speak, and it feels amazing.
So the fix here is to learn grammar lightly. Learn it as patterns, not as rules. Instead of memorizing, the present continuous tense is formed by subject plus be plus verb plus ing, just learn the pattern. I'm eating right now. She's working. We're learning. Use the pattern. Repeat it. That's how it gets into your speaking automatically.
And here's a quick spoken practice for you right now. I'll say a sentence and you finish it. Ready? Right now, Go ahead, finish it. What are you doing right now? Right now, I'm listening to Easy English Space. See how easy that was? That's the present continuous. No grammar rules needed, just a pattern you just used.
Beautiful. Okay, mistake number 4. And this one I think is very common for intermediate learners as well, not just beginners. Mistake number 4 is being afraid of making mistakes.
Yeah, this one hits differently, doesn't it?
It does, and I want to tell you a short story, if that's okay. I had a student once. Well, I used to do a little tutoring. And this student, she was brilliant. Her vocabulary was excellent. Her understanding of English was genuinely impressive. But in every class, she would barely speak. She'd open her mouth, start a sentence, and then just stop, because she was terrified of saying something wrong.
Aww.
And one day I asked her, "What's the worst thing that could happen if you make a mistake?" And she thought about it, and she said, "People will think I'm stupid." And that just broke my heart a little, because she was anything but stupid. She was one of the smartest students I'd ever taught, but that fear was completely freezing her.
And I think so many people feel that, right? The fear of judgment, the fear of looking silly. And it's so human, it's completely understandable, but it's also the thing that if you let it control you, will keep you stuck for a very, very long time.
And here's the truth about mistakes. Every single mistake you make in English is information. It tells you something. It tells you where your language brain is right now. And the more mistakes you make, the more feedback you get, and the faster you improve. People who are afraid to make mistakes make fewer of them, and they also improve much, much slower.
The people who improve the fastest, they make the most mistakes. They just keep going anyway. They say the wrong thing, and they laugh, and they learn, and they try again. And slowly, the mistakes get smaller and smaller, and fewer.
So here's your mindset shift for today. Say this with us, out loud. My mistakes help me learn. Say it. My mistakes help me learn. And mean it, because it's not just a nice thing to say, it's literally how language acquisition works.
Okay, mistake number 5. And this one, I want to talk about this one because I think it's the sneakiest, the most invisible one. Mistake number 5 is only studying English, but never using it in real conversations.
Yeah. This is the difference between studying and living the language.
So what does this look like? Someone watches English videos every day, they do exercises, they read articles, they feel like they're working really hard on their English, and they are. But all of that is passive. They're receiving English, they're not producing it, they're not using it with another real human being.
And there's something that happens in real conversation that doesn't happen in any exercise or video. You have to think on your feet. You have to respond in real time. You have to manage your emotions, maybe nervousness, while also producing language. That's a completely different skill, and it only gets better with practice in actual conversations.
So how do you fix this? Well, a few ways. Find a language exchange partner online. There are apps and websites where you can find native English speakers who want to learn your language. You practice English with them, they practice your language with you. Win-win.
Or join an online English-speaking group. There are communities on Discord, on Reddit, on Facebook, where people meet and just talk in English. No pressure, just practice. And if you're really shy, even voice messages with a friend in English are a start. Even texting in English is a start. Use the language any way you can.
And here's something I want you to do this week. Just one thing. Find one person and send them one voice message in English. Just one. It can be short, it can be simple. Hey, how are you? I'm practicing my English today. That's it. But that one message is worth more than an hour of grammar exercises.
Mistake number 6, and this one I think connects a lot to listening habits. Mistake number 6 is not listening to enough real English.
Oh, okay, yes. Can I talk about this one because I feel strongly about it?
Please go ahead.
So, a lot of beginners listen to English that is made for beginners. Very slow, very clear, very simple, and that's fine at the start. But then they stay there for months and months and months. And when they finally hear real English, real speed, real accents, real connected speech, they can't understand anything. And they feel like they haven't improved at all. But they have. They've just been training in a bubble.
Yeah, it's like training to run a race, but only ever jogging very slowly on a treadmill, and then showing up to a real race and wondering why your legs can't keep up.
Exactly. So the fix is to gradually expose yourself to more natural English. Not all at once, but push your comfort zone a little. Listen to things that are slightly hard for you. Podcasts, YouTube channels, conversations between native speakers. You won't understand everything. That's okay. Your brain is still absorbing patterns, rhythms, sounds, and over time, more and more of it will click.
And here's a really important listening tip. Don't just hear English. Really listen. Focus. What's the main idea? What words keep coming up? What emotions can you hear in the voice? Active listening is training. Passive background noise is just noise.
And for today, right now, after this episode ends, go to YouTube and search for a short English conversation video. Something maybe 5 to 8 minutes long. Watch it twice. First time, just listen for the general idea. Second time, notice specific words and phrases. That's your listening practice for today.
Mistake number 7, the last one we'll talk about today, and it's a big one. Mistake number 7 is not being consistent.
Oh, the consistency one. The one everyone knows is important and nobody wants to hear about because it's hard.
Yeah, look, it's the truth though. The number one thing that separates people who improve fast and people who stay stuck is consistency. Not talent, not intelligence, not the best app or the most expensive course, just showing up every day, a little bit.
And I know life is busy, I know. There are days when you're tired and you have work and you have family, and English practice is the last thing you feel like doing. I get it, completely.
Yeah, and on those days, even 5 minutes counts, even 3 minutes. Reading one paragraph, saying one sentence out loud, listening to one short audio on your way somewhere. It keeps the habit alive, and the habit is everything.
The habit is everything. And you know what I think? I think a lot of people underestimate the power of very small actions done consistently. Like, imagine if every single day for 1 year, you learned just 3 new English phrases. That's over 1,000 phrases in a year. 1,000 phrases that you use naturally. That's fluency. That's what fluency actually looks like built up close.
Yeah, it's not one giant effort, it's 1,000 tiny ones.
1,000 tiny ones. I love that. Okay, so let's quickly recap all 7 mistakes, just so they're clear in your mind, because I want you to walk away from this with something real today.
Mistake 1. Studying English without speaking English. Fix. Speak out loud every day, even alone.
Mistake 2. Translating in your head before speaking. Fix. Connect words to images and feelings, not just translations.
Mistake 3. Focusing too much on grammar before you can speak. Fix. Learn patterns, not just rules.
Mistake 4. Being afraid of making mistakes. Fix. Reframe mistakes as learning, not failure.
Mistake 5. Only studying, never using English in real conversations. Fix. Find real people to practice with.
Mistake 6. Only listening to slow, simple English. Fix, gradually expose yourself to more natural, real English.
Mistake 7, not being consistent. Fix a little bit every single day.
7 mistakes, 7 fixes. And honestly, if you start working on even just 2 or 3 of these, your speaking will improve. I promise you. Not overnight, but it will improve. And you'll feel it.
And we want to hear from you. Which of these 7 mistakes felt most familiar to you? Which one did you hear and think, oh no, that's me? Tell us in the comments. No judgment, we've all been there.
And if this episode helped you even a little bit, and you want more conversations like this, subscribing to Easy English Space means you'll never miss one. It's one tap, and it genuinely helps us keep making content for you.
Your homework for today is gentle. In the comments, write 2 things. First, which mistake you've been making without realizing it. Second, one small action you're going to take this week to fix it. Just 2 things. Simple, honest, and we'll be reading them.
And next time is something really practical. We're going to talk about how to learn new English words and phrases every single day in a way that actually sticks. Not memorizing lists, not flashcards you forget in a week. Real, natural, enjoyable methods that work. You're going to want that one.
So we'll see you then. Until next time, be kind to yourself, speak a little English every day, and remember,
Progress is progress, no matter how small. We'll see you soon.